So I want to find out, and you can probably chime in just with your own experience with this, but I had a good question submitted to me. So in the book, basically Maxine Waters' husband, Mr. Sid Williams, he's been vocally supportive of his wife. Like, this is a very powerful woman. I don't know how she acts at home, but I'm just telling you what I see. You know, like, she's not dominant, but she's a type A person, and she runs her ish. You know, not every man can handle that. And there's this quote in the book that Mr. Sid Williams says, "I'm an ex-football player, so the accolades she's receiving right now, I've gone through. So it's no big deal. It's her time to be a shining light. I admire her for that. She's worked very hard to be in the position that she's in right now. I enjoy every minute of it that she's happy." I don't remember the last time I heard a man say this. Like,
yes.
I've been through some things with men, and, you know, a lot of times it may start off like that, and they've been married, since the 70s? It may start off like that, but it doesn't always end like that. Resentment can build, or people can just get tired of it, or you're not doing your job as a mom and doing your job as a wife. Usually it doesn't end like that, all that support and admiration. What do you think, like, have you seen that often? Or, like, how do you think that this, I know it's genuine, but, like, how does it help her? And how does it help other people if they have relationships like that?
I think there is a phrase, right, behind every, you know, powerful man, or every good man is a good woman, right? But literally behind most powerful women is a man who is completely enamored with and supportive of that power, right? Mm-hmm. And wants her to have that. We saw the exact same thing with Justice Ginsburg and her husband, Marty Ginsburg, right? And this, and again, when it comes to Congresswoman Waters and her husband, you know, they're from a different time.
Yeah.
Like these are people who, you know, were born in the 30s, like, from a completely different time to where a woman wasn't supposed to get that, right? Justice Ginsburg wasn't supposed to ever be a lawyer. Like, what did she push her to right? Yeah. And her husband was like, no. You, if anything, I feel like he would always say she was the smart one, right? Yeah. Like, you go out there and get it, and I'm here to support you and not diminish you, right? And to let you shine. I'm going to talk about Lovecraft Country again, because obviously I'm a culture critic, but there was that great episode with Hippolyta, and she's talking to her husband. I don't want to give a bunch away for those who might not have seen this episode, but she's talking to her husband, and she says to him, you know, you let me dampen myself. You know, you married me, you saw me, you knew that I was a discoverer, a curious person, but you also like the fact that I was home taking care of our kids so that you could go off and have an adventure. And like the fact that I was here, you allowed me to, you know, dampen my light. And, you know, in the episode, he was like, you're right. I did. Like, what you want to do, girl? And basically, and it goes off and they have all these adventures, but it does take someone, a partner, whether in a heteronormative relationship or not, it takes a partner to say to you, don't dampen your light, because it is very easy for women to do that, right? Because we still bear the brunt of so much of the stuff, right? If you want kids, you will most likely have to do a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, it's just like so much of it comes down on us, and we're seeing that in COVID. Like there are women who quit their jobs because they're like, I can't do all this at once with no childcare, right? We're in a society that just doesn't support women in that way. So you need a partner who's like, no. I'm not going to let you do that. Right. I'm going to support you. And I think when it comes to Sidney, and again, and it's very similar to the Ginsburgs, is that he had done his thing. You know what I mean? He was equally as bright. He had done his thing. He'd been in the NFL. He'd won accolades. He was a successful businessman. He was a luxury. He worked at a luxury car dealership, and then went on to do other business stuff after that. So he was already experiencing his own successes. So her success didn't diminish his in a way. And that's what it is. I think it's you find you a partner who doesn't think that your success somehow dings them.